Without undue modesty, this video can save you over $30,000. It all depends on how much your home costs and how you are selling it, considering current market conditions. If you are a builder, investor, or contractor, and you are building a house to sell, you have 3 ways to do it. I have tried all 3 methods myself. By the way, we created an online course with over 100 videos. It includes videos not only about building a home, but also about marketing and selling. Click the link in the description, where you will find a promo code for my channel's viewers. So, if you are building a house and want to sell it, and you are a builder or an investor, you have only 3 ways to do it. The first way is to create a sales department and sell the home yourself with the help of a sales manager who is in the showroom. According to Texas law, you can do this. The second way is to hire an experienced and professional realtor who will carefully create the listing and successfully sell your home. And the third way is to actually become a realtor yourself in order to sell your home. Now let's figure out the pros and cons of each of these methods. Of course, you need a showroom, a place where you will definitely invite clients and show your beautiful home. Of course, you can show your home during the construction phase. Remember that people have a hard time visualizing the final result. It's better to show a finished home. That's why big developers open showrooms. It's like a finished home where they come, bring their clients, invite clients, and show what the home looks like. There is staging, there are sales managers who show the layouts, the quality of materials, how the house is built, and they sign deals on the spot. In Texas, it is allowed for a builder to sell a house without a realtor. Of course, you will use a title company. You will go through the same procedure, but if you find a client yourself, you can sell the house. If you open a showroom, you need to hire people. One person will cost you at least $50,000 to $60,000 a year, whom you have to pay via W-2, provide a workplace for, and they will approximately sell your home. Or you can do it by yourself if you are still a relatively small developer. I went through the process of selling the house myself, but I still encountered a realtor on the buyer's side. And we had to pay the realtor 3%. A house valued at $1 million, that's $30,000. You still have to give it to the buyer's agent. However, the law definitely changes on August 17th. And now, it's not the seller who pays the buyer's agent, but the buyer who pays their own agent. These 3% become negotiable. So, the pros and cons of this option. First, you will control the entire process, which is very good. You will meet with the client and understand the feedback from the client, understand what is well done in the house and what is not. This is very valuable. The downsides of this option are that you will have to pay your sales manager, or more likely, you will face resistance from the realtor on the other side. Or for example, you don't have a showroom where you can showcase the actual final result. This is also a downside. But if you have multiple homes, for example, such as several properties, and can turn one into a showroom, you can go with this option. If you don't want to go with option 1, we work with option 2. We invite a professional realtor, and after agreeing on the terms with them, start creating the listing and selling the house. Guys, I'll share my experience with the second option. I'm not saying it's good or bad, it's just my experience. And there are no good or bad realtors here. Everyone works in their own style. They all sell, they all do their job, but I've met different ones. Some were very cautious, and we didn't raise the price, which caused us to lose out. Another person did not prioritize my project. He had a lot of different homes. And I was kind of somewhere in line when more attention needed to be paid. The third person did little marketing and thought that just listing was enough to get on the market and the house would sell itself. These are different stories, completely different. But I want to talk about the pros and cons in them. First, I want to explain how the process works. The first thing you do is find your realtor, someone you feel comfortable working with. Maybe someone recommended this person to you. Maybe you perhaps encountered him somewhere at an event. So, you found your realtor, determined that he aligns with your values, has good recommendations, and sells quite well. Next, you move on to negotiating the terms and signing the contract. You can potentially negotiate a lower percentage in order to save a bit more. This is typically allowed. For example, if the buyer's side agent usually takes 3%, you can usually set it to 2% for them, but there's a small nuance. And your side, the agent who lists the property, you also pay them approximately 3% or less. You can negotiate 2% or even 1.5%. Remember, I mentioned a small but very important nuance. If you make an offer of less than 3% to the buyer's agent, you should be prepared for them to very likely sabotage the process and attempt to dissuade their client from buying the house because they will receive a significantly smaller commission. I often encountered this situation. When you agree on terms with your agent and sign the contract, be prepared that you are signing a contract for at least 6 months. You will not be able to exit the contract for at least 6 months. If you suddenly change your mind and no longer want to sell the house, exiting the contract is indeed a complicated procedure. You will most likely cover all the expenses incurred by your agent. This is marketing, this is an open house, and so on. Basically everything he spent, and you will exit, but there will be a clause in the contract where you still have to pay him those 3% if a client comes within a certain period. This clause ensures compliance and clarity, providing a comprehensive structure for the payment terms. Essentially, when you sign the contract, you enter into an interdependent partnership. For example, I was at all my open houses, I met with almost all the clients, and very often I had the question, what does the agent do? If I'm showing the house, I'm exactly talking to clients. I'm at open houses. What is he doing? Why does he get 3% or $30,000 from $1 million? This question kept following me all the time. This option has not only downsides, but also upsides. Of course, if you find a highly professional realtor, they will create excellent marketing, meet with clients, conduct outstanding negotiations, and lead you to deals. Unfortunately, in my experience and that of my colleagues who build homes, it doesn't always happen that a highly professional realtor sells the house, brings the client to the deal, and the client makes a profit. Often it sounds like this: it's impossible to do, let's lower the price, let's stay on the market a bit longer. The market is bad, it's impossible to sell. I've heard these comments very often. I believe that hiring a realtor is the perfect option for a builder who is just starting out, who doesn't have experience yet, and who hasn't met with clients yet. It will ideally give you the opportunity to gain that experience. At a minimum, I believe you need to work with different realtors for 5 years to gain varied experience. And after that, if you really want, you can definitely move on to option 3. And now option 3, become a realtor yourself and save $30,000 for your business. And this year I did it, I became a realtor, I got my license. I'll tell you what steps you need to take to become a realtor yourself. What do you need to do to become a realtor? First, you must have an official status, either a green card or American citizenship. Without this, you cannot become a realtor. Second, you need to buy courses, complete the courses, and pass the online exams in those courses that, of course, you will purchase. After you have received all the diplomas from these courses, you register with the Texas Real Estate Commission, pass the national exam and the state local exam. And after that, you get your license. Your license is not active right away. You need to find your broker who will activate your license immediately in order to use it. Please engage in realtor activities, sell homes, and make a profit. But the hardest part isn't even that. After you get your license, you need to go through a long process from marketing, creating a listing, preparing the home, photography, and staging. There are many steps before you sell your house. In the end, if the deal is signed, you will save $30,000 for your business. And that's the main goal, to save money for your business. Write in the comments what you think about these 3 options and which one you use when selling homes. See you in the next videos.